All right, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Oh, you got cards. All right, so which direction do you want to go after you?
You.
Okay, it's me and PFT combined, and then it's these guys combined. So
Okay.
It's three. So there's 3 teams.
Okay.
Okay?
Platoons.
Platoons.
This is just, and it's all encompassed American things, right?
Just America.
America.
Yeah.
It's
America.
as open-ended as possible.
Okay. Sucking on chili dog outside the Tasty Freeze.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
What a weird opening line that is.
Yeah.
You
Sucking
know.
on a chili dog.
You know,
Outside
your
of
buddy
Tasty Freeze.
used to suck on chili dog. Remember that?
Yeah.
Not plural.
Yeah.
Just all sharing one.
Sucking on the chili
Yeah.
dogs. All right, so our first pick was a little different. It was just football.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
Yeah.
It
answer.
was football.
It was our
Okay.
1-1.
Football is the quintessential America.
That's true, and it is an American.
Yeah, it's just
a wholly
it's-
American
it is-
sport.
it is
Some
Straight up.
people
America.
call it American football.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Not us. It's
but
just
some
football.
people say.
But if you can think of like what's the most American thing out there? It's Sunday football.
I would say smoking a cigarette in the stadium while you're watching football.
I like
No,
these-
we can't do that
yeah.
anymore thanks to
I like
Obama.
I like these very hyper-specific Mount Rushmore picks by Kate.
Yeah.
And your dad is hammered sitting next to you, and he's talking
Screaming about
politics.
Donovan McNabb.
Yeah. Still. All right, football. Good
Okay,
answer.
football, yeah. All right. Go ahead, Team Hank. What you I just want to quit Mount Rushmore. Hank has made it miserable.
It's his-
Every time we look at him, he just gives us those biggest scowls.
It's his glances.
yeah.
It's not even the words that he says.
You don't think
it's
you
the
did a
look.
glance there?
Yo, it was a big time glance. You like tilted your head and
It
like
was like it was a chore to be here right
That
now.
was a
I felt
huge
very-
glance. Are you serious? You don't think you glanced?
Nah.
You got lost where we were going.
if your glance
Yeah. No, I saw that look. You were like, it's not my pick, you idiot.
if your glance could talk, it would say boo 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 boo.
Yeah.
No, Big Cat hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. He thought it wasn't his pick. All right.
And I wasn't ready.
2 picks.
We're going to go with the Second Amendment.
Okay.
How many guns do you own? You just
It doesn't matter.
You just
PFT. It's
respect
that
the right
He
to do
could.
it. Yeah.
if he
It's
wanted to.
America, yeah. When I
Right.
think
you
America.
like the idea that you could go out and buy a gun.
Right. You don't have to own one, but you just know that you
I don't
can.
even necessarily like the idea, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is
Looking
America.
at those arms, I'd say 0. Am I right?
Oh, shit.
Say he needs to get some.
Would you believe this guy says he's going to get a 6-pack?
Sure. No, I
boss.
don't. I don't.
He's your
I don't.
boss.
I do not believe that.
Kate, you
but
wanna
you
see
can
something
dream.
cool?
Yes.
So speaking of guns, look what we got. This is a very American thing
Please,
right here.
please let it be a gun.
Please
Right?
have a big gun. I want a gun.
It's a gun,
oh, yeah.
but watch. It's actually a knife. It's a knife gun.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that?
If I get robbed in New York City, I hope it's with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reverse would be cooler, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A knife that would
For
be
A
sure.
knife that you. Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
a gun that looks like a knife is really worthless. It's just
It actually gets you in the worst amount of, like, pain.
yeah, it's an illegal thing that looks like a more illegal thing.
Right. And
Yeah.
if someone sees the thing they think it's supposed to be, they'll shoot you.
Yes, this is exactly what you should never bring to any sort of a fight.
Correct.
A knife gun.
It's awesome though.
And also, check this out. This is cool too.
This is the actual gun.
Yeah, this is the
There's a bullet that comes with it. And you want to guess what the bullet is?
A lighter.
a lighter. Yeah, I hope
no,
it's a lighter.
no, it's also a knife.
Oh, nice.
Oh my
It's
god!
It's a cute little baby knife.
Oh, I want
Oh my
that one.
god!
Isn't it adorbs?
Who sent
I want to
this
give that
you?
to my son. It's perfect size.
That's awesome.
4th of July. Here's your bullet knife.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got to start selling those in the store.
Yeah. Okay, Hank. Team Hank.
We're going to go with John Cena announcing Osama bin Laden's
Oh,
death.
that's a
That's a good
yep.
pick.
That's a
Yeah.
great
That's a great
fucking
pick.
God damn it, that's a great fucking pick.
Yep.
Bubba.
He's been captured and compromised to the fullest extent. Actually, we shouldn't joke around about that. The man's dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Was you Osama,
see.
wet jumper. That sounds like you might be kind of into the team thing now. That's a great pick from Bubba. Would you have
Outstanding
thought of
pick.
that?
It was a great pick.
No.
Exactly.
You don't know what I'm capable of, though.
I think we do. I
Yeah,
think
we know exactly what you're
I think we know
I've
more
won
than
Mount
anyone
Rushmore
else.
Every year we actually keep honest stats. You guys don't try and muddy the waters.
All right.
My next one, our next one, Hank.
Oh, I had that last one too, so I'll do that one after that one. You're the last one you sent to me.
Yeah.
I had that as well.
Okay,
So
all right.
yeah, that will be
So-
our Third pick.
I'm gonna go with the second one on my list. You agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, light beer.
Yes.
Light beer. America was like, you know what? Beer's good. I wish there was slightly less taste so that you could drink 10 times as many of them.
Except for Coors Light, the
Except for
greatest,
Coors Light.
greatest
Yeah.
light beer of all time.
Yeah. So,
But it is
especially
true.
Coors Light.
Yeah.
Mountain Stern Blue, but light beer is the only. Like, I don't know any other country that specializes in making light beer. There's really none. Every other country's like, we like more flavor. Us, we're like, no, we just want to get drunker.
Right.
Right.
We like to get fucked up.
Right. I want
all
to drink.
day long.
I want to drink 20 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my younger days of when we would do like kegs and eggs and wake up or whatever, like Miller Lite and stuff like that. It was like it's basically is hydration.
Yeah,
You're like
yeah.
you're doing something good for yourself.
It's also funny to just think about like from afar, like a case of beer, like a 30 rack of beer is just a lot of beer, but
Yeah.
it's not enough too.
It's just a lot of anything to drink.
Right, but it's like
Can you
that's
imagine-
what like the fact that we buy beer in 30 packs and don't even flinch is very funny.
oh yeah.
Like we need 30 of these.
My I had an ex that like what drew me to him is that on like a casual Saturday he could crush a 30 pack and I was
Really?
like that's a man.
Yeah.
That's
That
a
is a
fucking
man. That's America.
That's I guess.
If you're good
I
at drinking
thought-
beer, that's an asset right there.
Yeah.
That's
What
a man
happened?
you want to
He
hit
died
your
from
wagon
liver
to.
disease?
See, I think so. He was sitting out in the smoke pit. It was in the military, and he'd be smoking cigarettes, and he'd just be sitting there with the whole case just right next to him, not even in a cooler. And I was like, "Yes, please.
Yes,
I
yes,
want more of what
of
this
that.
guy's serving
Hot
up."
beer breath.
Yes,
Delicious.
You know,
Yes.
you could never do that with any other liquid besides beer. Can you imagine just sitting down like, what are you gonna do on Sunday? Oh, I'm gonna drink 30 Sprites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Frank.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I think Frank could put down a 12 pack of Sprites.
He probably could.
Yeah.
I actually knew a guy that used to carry around a 12 pack of Diet Coke, and he would drink a full 12 pack every single day.
Boss.
Oh.
That guy, Mike Francesa.
He was like 5'6" and 310 pounds.
Yeah.
But it was diet.
Yeah, it was diet.
Yeah.
He was healthy.
Okay. You have 2 picks, Kate.
Oof. Okay.
I'm very excited.
This
for
is
whatever
more of like a
hyper-specific
scene.
Thing. Yeah.
A cold beer on a Friday night in your jeans that fit just right, and the radio's on.
Yeah.
You know,
What about
like a
chicken fry?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just something about it.
I'm more of a fuck. I don't even know the lyrics to the Applebee's song that everyone did their TikToks with.
Applebee's on a late date night.
Yeah.
But that's a good pick. That's a
Yeah.
very good pick.
Something about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just-
That song actually respects the troops.
Yep.
It
Halfway
does.
through that song, they break down into like a little snare march, and they ask everyone in the crowd to sing along.
Thank God for my life. Back in the day when I was drunk at the bars, that would give me the chills.
Yes.
I'd be like, "Pff, everybody better shut the fuck
Yes.
up right now.
Yes.
Let
Yes.
this part play.
Yes.
And then, yeah, absolutely.
Give a salute to me.
Yeah.
All right. Great one. Great pick. You got another one.
Oof. You know,
I don't think anyone's going to take your picks.
there's something about the lakes of Minnesota, the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas from sea to shining sea.
Yeah.
Oh, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to L.A. The flag still stands for freedom, and you can't take that away. Do. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died.
And women.
Yeah, and women, thank you to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land, God bless the USA. Can you fit all that on
Wow.
the, on the thing?
Yeah,
That
we'll
was
make tiny
beautiful.
font.
Okay,
Yes, yeah,
tiny
Meme's
font.
gonna have a real hard time with this one, but
Okay.
it's gonna be very funny to see.
So I once had to fold, a giant flag at a pro tennis match as Lee Greenwood sang.
What?
And he sang, it was a saxophonist,
Ooh.
and Lee Greenwood, and we all had to keep straight faces, and that was very hard.
I mean, is there a guy that's made more, like squeezed
out of one
more
song.
out of one song than
Yeah.
Lee Greenwood?
No.
By the
Yeah.
way, a callback to a former Mount Rushmore with Joey and Pat, straight things that are sneaky gay. I think playing saxophone is a straight thing that's sneaky more straight.
Oh yeah,
It's
Bill
so-
Clinton.
Bill
Yeah,
Clinton.
yeah.
Yeah, Bill Clinton.
That's it. Saxophone
Absolutely.
is just like, we're about to have sex.
No, it's like
Yes.
that dude can eat box.
yeah, right.
Oh, if you can tickle a reed.
That dude will
You can-
will put a cigar anywhere.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, literally.
Lit or
anywhere.
not, doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
We're game.
Okay, our next pick is one that I think everyone will appreciate. Also a sponsor of ours, Hooters. Hooters
yes,
is as
absolutely.
American as it gets. Go eat and look at some big old tits.
Delightfully tacky yet unrefined.
Fine, yes.
Yes.
That is America.
A good business plan, no matter what the event is or what type of like business that you're looking to start, is just like add boobs to it. If you just do anything that already exists plus boobs,
Yes.
there will be an element of guys that will be like, "Yep, let's go. I'm down."
Yes, yes.
Like hot sauce. We've got Billy Mitchell's hot sauce right here. If there was just boobs on the hot sauce, I would buy that.
Yes,
It would
and
sell.
and it's also like you walk in. What other restaurant can you walk into with the pre-written joke of being like, I'll
Right.
have some breasts, I'll have some chicken breasts, hold the chicken
And it works every time.
every
They
time.
Love it.
I'm sure
love
they
it.
love that.
I'm a thigh man myself.
Yeah.
I keep like circling back to military stuff. Suck my own dick over here. But there was this, I don't know, I'm being weird. There was this haircutting place off Camp Pendleton where that's what they did, because you have to get a haircut every week if you're a guy. So there was a ton of little haircut places, and this place was, their thing was all the hairdressers had huge tits. And so the guys would go and they'd be like, oh, it's just the best when they're sitting there and their tits are rubbing against you while you're getting your haircut. And like the place absolutely
Little
crushed.
things.
That's
Yeah.
how you could
Smart.
get guys to go to the doctor more often. If you
or
just
the
had like,
dentist,
okay,
yeah.
this is a dentist office, but everyone's got a giant rack in there.
Hooters combined with the dentist
Yeah.
office.
Your
I'm
arm
going
would
every
get
day.
brushed. Your arm would get brushed
Yeah.
at least once.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Thrilling.
it's okay that my gums are bleeding.
Yeah.
You have big tits.
Pick away. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right, last two picks for Team Hank.
We're gonna go with the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yeah,
Okay.
great one.
Yeah.
I
Peter
also
King,
love
not
Peter
a
King
fan.
getting upset about it. That actually makes it more American that Peter King protests. It's like, all right, we're doing something right. Peter King.
And then for our final pick, we will go with refusing to use the metric system.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
choice.
That's a
another
Great
pick.
fucking
Yeah.
Mount
That's a strong Mount
Rushmore.
Rushmore
That
from
is a
Team
good-
Hank.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Thanks.
good.
That is a great one. Just the rest of the world uses it. It makes such perfect sense.
It's based on tens.
Yep.
Everything is tens or hundreds,
Yep.
and we're like, we're doing 12 inches.
Yeah, and like then you go somewhere and it's like it's 30 degrees out. You're like, oh, it's cold.
Right.
No, it's actually 120.
Celsius. Yeah, the other one where Celsius 0 is freezing, right?
Why did we do
Isn't
that?
it?
I couldn't tell you.
It's,
think it
so
is.
Why
with
did we do
Celsius,
that?
0 is freezing and 100 is boiling.
Yeah.
It makes
which-
perfect sense.
Perfect
Yes.
sense. And we're just like, nope. Let's go 32 is freezing.
Yeah.
Well, for us, it's like 0 just means it's really fucking cold
Yeah,
out.
right.
Yeah.
And 100 means it's really fucking hot out.
Yeah.
Right, right.
I like that. I do like that,
Yeah.
though. I do like that.
Yeah. Kilometers, get out of here. No
Yeah.
no chance. Give me miles.
Yep.
It's so true how stupid we
Yeah,
are.
that's great. I love that.
Are we the only ones who don't?
No, there's another country that does it too. I forget what it is.
They're
It's
just-
like us and maybe Australia. No.
Liberia.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
Who? All right, I'm gonna Google it.
I think
PFT.
that's
Let's do our
why you
last
give me
pick.
that look.
No, I was like, yeah, maybe Liberia. Hank might be right.
Countries that don't use metric.
All right, so for our last one, you know what? We're gonna go with Mount Rushmore.
Liberia. Liberia's correct.
Hank,
yes.
wow.
Myanmar, Liberia, and the U.S.
Where did Hank pull that one out of?
Yeah, what the fuck, Hank? You're on fire.
I was just the look that
good.
I gave you, the glance that I gave you, was because I couldn't believe that Hank. My brain was scrambled. I was like, is Hank correct about geography?
Liberia, Burma, which is AKA Myanmar, and United States.
And those places aren't
They're doing
so-
well. No, they're doing
Oh.
great. They're like, we'll follow these guys.
You ever been to Liberia?
off the face of the
It's
earth?
beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
where they had that
Time of
dude,
year.
General Butt Naked. He was like a general in the army that used to just not wear clothes and he'd go around eating people.
Kind of like that.
Great
Whoa.
place.
Yeah.
Power move.
He
Yeah,
probably just went crazy because he was like, this system makes no sense.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore is their last one.
Yep.
Just Mount Rushmore. in
Mount
general.
Rushmore.
So we'll
On
take
Mount
all the
Rushmore.
presidents: George
Yeah.
Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, the greatest presidents that we've had.
No
Carved
JFK.
their face
I thought.
into rock.
JFK's on there.
Part of his head's on there.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
Right.
Jimmy Carter he actually brings everyone together in this country.
He's a
because
delight.
I think everyone agrees. Like Jimmy Carter, great guy, probably shouldn't have been president.
He should run again.
I would
Is
vote
he still
for him.
alive?
Yeah, he's
Peanuts,
alive.
He's alive.
Yeah. That's
Big
gonna be sad
Peanuts
when
guy.
he dies. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be sad.
Yeah, he's getting
Yeah.
smaller and smaller. He's just gonna shrink until like he's bite size.
Until that's it.
Yeah.
It'll be so
Put him
adorable.
in. Imagine if he ran for president and just the VP candidate just put him in his pocket, brought him around.
Baby
Little
Bjorn.
Jimmy, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Can I read off just my last one?
Yeah, well, yeah, you didn't
just
know. Then we'll
quick?
do honorable mentions. So
Saved
pick
rounds?
it.
Okay.
And then we'll do honorable mentions.
Okay. Do you want me to say it now?
Yeah, do your pick.
I was going to read them off like a medicine ad.
Wait, no, you
Zero Block 30 podcast.
Oh,
That's your
is that
last
your
pick?
That's yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
No, do your last
No,
pick.
sorry,
then we
Zero Block
do-
30.
Yeah.
You're great, but not that great.
Yeah.
A pontoon boat pulling a tube on a string.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that's
something
pretty good.
about because I think we're the only country that tubes really down rivers, behind boats.
Pontoon boats too are very American. Where it's
Yes.
like, how can we be in a living room while on a lake?
Yes, there's a carpet on it.
Yeah, right.
So yes,
like perfect.
absolutely.
Yes.
We had pontoon boats as well.
I feel like
Aha.
lakes are very uniquely American. As
Right.
far
We
as
don't
I
have
know,
them anywhere else.
we're the only
No.
country that really
Correct.
does lakes.
But
Correct.
but you're right though that we, like, I feel like we're the only ones that leisure correctly on them.
Yeah.
Like you go to Italy, people are being fancy on the lake, but people aren't.
No, they're in like wooden boats that
Right.
look beautiful, and we're in pontoon boats.
Right.
Or they're like in a hill next to the lake, drinking wine while looking at the water.
Right. They're not doing it
we're
right.
hands deep in the water.
We're making
Yes.
sure all of our gasoline goes into the water.
Yes, 100%. I love that smell.
Yes.
I do.
Me too.
Diesel
Me
in the
too.
water.
That's
Oh.
the best too when someone puts like a shitload of engines on a pontoon boat. So
Yep.
it's like we want to be in a living room that also goes super fast on a lake.
Oh, I love those videos where the pontoon, there's like a family of like 20 on it and it hits a little bit of a wave and the whole thing just goes down
Yep.
immediately.
Yes. Okay. Honorable mentions. Let's do it. Honorable mentions. We also had Traffic. I like that. Mm-hmm. Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
He's American as American gets.
Yes.
What was that, Hank? What was that look? He's been canceled. Yeah, but guess what? He's back from being canceled.
Yeah.
That's the most
He did make
American
a
thing
recovery.
ever.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was pretty racist, but then he came back from it, and now he's no longer canceled.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's so
But
American.
still racist.
Still American.
Still right, yeah.
Right.
But he came back.
Right. But he apologized publicly for his racism, but still holds it deep in his heart.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's
and he
America.
took down Deadspin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucked his best friend's wife.
Yeah. That's American.
American.
Yeah.
Arrogance. Just arrogance is American.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Well,
sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
we're the best.
Is it arrogance if you just know that you're the best?
That's true.
Or is it a statement of fact?
Yeah, it's actually being humble because we don't say how good we are all the time when we could.
Yep.
Winning is American.
Definitely.
Americans are winners.
I feel like we'd have that happy attitude right to the end.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah.
like it, which
How
is
m-
great.
Yeah.
How many Super Bowls has the rest of the world won?
Zero.
None.
Zero.
Yeah,
Zero?
we've won a Grey Cup.
Yep.
Don't forget that, Canada.
We've got the Stanley Cup too.
Yep. Rocky IV.
Yes.
Rocky IV is so American. Just going and fucking just ending the Cold War, ending Russia. That's as American as it gets.
I
Yeah.
like the idea of like each nation's best fighter competing in a boxing match, and whoever wins that fight wins the war.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
There
the
could be-
Olympics
The
should be
Olympics,
decided
yeah.
by wars.
Yes.
The Olympics should decide wars.
Yep.
That would be so much more exciting and less deadly, some would
Right.
say.
Yes.
That's-
I
What's your
had.
thought on that?
We had.
It's going to a dark place. Sorry.
We had
war.
War.
trucks.
Yeah. Truck nuts.
We're really the only country that does trucks correctly too.
No,
KC lights.
Yeah.
The big KC
Yeah.
lights.
Every other country has tiny little cars.
Yep.
Like the coolest thing you can do with a truck in America is make it so it pollutes more and
Yeah.
puts out heavier black smoke.
Yeah.
And roll coal on
Yeah.
people.
Hummers.
Grave digger.
Yeah,
We're
oh,
the only
Monster
place that
trucks.
has a show where we just run them over dirt hills.
Yes.
Like
Monster
we fill
truck.
a
It
stadium.
rules.
Monster
It
trucks
does.
fucking kick ass.
It does fuck. I can't wait to take my son. Like I
Yeah.
can't wait till. Absolutely.
We had Ludacris. Ludacris is very American.
Yes.
Hose in every area code. Fireworks.
Yep.
Guitars.
Guitars.
Oh, guitars.
Guitars are pretty
Yeah.
American.
Guitars are very American. Pizza as well.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Pizza.
We had
Burritos.
Tacos.
obesity on our list. Was the only one that
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a
Make it
good
on.
one. That's very
Yeah.
American. Yep. All right, what do you have as your honorable mentions, Kate?
I had like 3XL shirts, big and tall stores.
Yep.
Tornadoes, cargo shorts, and jorts. Mm-hmm.
I never thought about tornadoes. Do they have tornadoes anywhere else?
You don't hear about
It's
it.
mostly, I think, in Tornado Alley.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They don't. We're so fucking cool. We're the only ones who have tornadoes.
Right. Our wind is the only wind strong enough to
Yeah.
do such a thing.
Do you think like the movie Twister did well overseas, or were they like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. What? We're not
Yeah.
going to America.
Their hurricanes are so tiny over there. It's a tornado. The super soakers with the backpack jugs.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
you could really fuck people up. Assembly lines.
Yeah.
People forget that was also us.
Yep.
American Gladiators, specifically Gemini, Nitro, and Malibu.
Not Blaze.
Mostly Gemini, number one,
Okay.
hands down.
That's a show that I think they might have brought it back, but that show would work at any time.
They-
Anytime.
They brought it back, but they did it all wrong. They brought it back and used like all these like cameras that were handheld and like really super close. The beauty of American Gladiators was it was filmed like an actual sport.
Yeah.
With like long distance stationary cameras. And meanwhile, you just had some jacked up dude on steroids firing a machine gun that shot tennis balls going like 110 miles per hour
was
at
the
people.
best.
Yep. I wish American Ninja Warrior, I wish they would do that. Like, have to go through weapons to get to the end. And finally, I think, no, that's it for me.
Zero Blog
30
30,
podcast. A
Go
new episode's
subscribe.
out. Like and subscribe. We're on YouTube. Every Tuesday and Friday episodes come out.
Love it.
It's a delight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else from anyone else? I mean, this is America, baby. This is a great Mount Rushmore. I feel jacked up for the 4th.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look. What else do we have?
Putting a boot up your ass. It's the American way. And Uncle Sam's flag.
Toby Keith.
Toby
That
Keith.
would have been a good
so
choice.
American.
Oklahoma
Fuck.
is very American.
Oklahoma
Oh, the sky.
is-
The Oklahoma sunset.
Dirt bikes.
People forget.
It's the
Dirt
darkest sky in the world.
They call it Big Sky Country in Oklahoma.
They certainly do. They certainly do.
Oh, we had apple pie on there, obviously.
Yeah,
the
apple
bald
pie.
eagle.
Yep, bald eagle. That's America.
Yep. I like people talking about you go to Alaska and you go to a Dunkin' Donuts and then you're driving around the back to the drive-thru and there's a dumpster and there's just like 50 eagles eating the trash out of it and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
They're like raccoons
I think
up
that's
there.
very American.
They're like super pesty up there.
Yeah.
It's almost to a point. I was always told growing up that there were like 5 bald eagles in America and we have to protect them.
Yeah.
And now there's like too many bald eagles.
They're back, though.
They're so bad.
They're so back.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a great Mount Rushmore. Thank you, Kate. You're
Thanks
the
for
best.
having me.
Yes.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Happy 4th of July.
Woo!
Everyone get ready. Great long weekend. And Kate, we might have to call on you again for another Mount Rushmore because you
Please
crushed
do.
one.
This is a delight.
Yes.
Enjoy your French pear tarts.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spit mine out because I'm American.
Yeah, not saying the word France. is
Yeah.
also
Yeah,
a big
that's true.
American
Freedom
thing.
fries.
Freedom fries,
kissing.
baby.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Kate.